as you know, we're still continuing into phase 2 of opening. And if you hadn't had a chance to see some of these great online musicians who are doing some awesome things during the COVID-19 pandemic, one of those things is St. Andrew's United Church. And here's a bit of footage from the Hope for a Home, and we'll show a little bit more. But we got to put credit to the man who kind of brought it all together, Devon Hansen, the music director at St. Andrew's United Church. Devon, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me, Eric.
So I got to ask you, how have you been doing during this interesting time in our community, province, and the whole world for that matter?
Well, I'd like to say I have all this free time now, but it doesn't really work that way. I think I'm working harder now than I've worked before.
I figured that, everything's gone virtual and everyone's been kind of hunkering down, but it's been quite an interesting 2 months. And I'm sure your church kind of adapted quite a bit during COVID-19. What were you guys kind of doing to keep your members informed through these past 2 months?
Good question. I think that's one of the things that we lucked out with is right when that started March break. We switched our services to virtual. So we've been doing services every Sunday on Facebook Live, and that's been getting really good traction. It's been a great way to keep our members informed because you don't actually need to be on Facebook to watch Facebook Live videos, and getting that out to the members has been really good. We've been doing newsletters, weekly newsletters, and then even old-fashioned just calling all your members too.
Yep. I think that's been probably the biggest challenges that I've seen from most organizations is trying to get those non-tech savvy people onto the tech savvy world. And either way, letters are good as well. So you've been the music director for quite some time at St. Andrews, and you guys have always done an amazing variety of concerts, which us here at Your TV loved covering. The Saturdays at 7 concert. But with COVID, those things obviously change, and you've been producing quite some awesome online content. What kind of gave you this idea?
Well, it was one of those things that, when COVID came in, you have two choices. You can either stop doing what you were doing or change what you were doing. And we had to, unfortunately, cancel the last 2 Saturdays at 7 concerts and then a Windsor Symphony concert due to the pandemic. So it kind of came to the idea is, okay, this concert series was created for the community. It was created for enjoyment and entertainment. How do we continue that in this new environment? So that's kind of where, and I'm not the only one doing them. You see online concerts popping up everywhere. And the nice part is you don't have to be there. You don't have to be in the same city. You don't have to watch it at the same time. So it's kind of given us a new audience and a kind of new platform. So we decided to try our realm on an online concert.
Yep, I think it got some great exposure there. And we'll kind of segue to the Hope for a Home concert, which you kind of raised an amazing amount of money. We all know that a lot of organizations were trying to figure out ways to raise funds during this trying time, and you did that. And you had an amazing set of singers from all over. I mean, everywhere. How long? It must have taken countless amount of hours to get this put together.
It took about a month from kind of like the first conception to the final completion. I put out a call just on Facebook to say, hey, I have an idea. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what it's going to sound like. Don't know when it's going to be. But if you want to be involved in it, let me know. And I got a huge outpouring of performers who wanted to perform, wanted to be a part of it, which is really great to see. And kind of that came together. I'd work with them via like Zoom or Skype or FaceTime, picking up material, and then many hours editing it all together.
Yeah, I know from an editing point of view, that stuff's not easy. It's definitely a challenge, especially if you're playing the track and they have to sing along. So let's kind of talk about some of the behind the scenes of, how does that come together, to make it look so perfect?
Yeah. So what we ended up doing first is we record myself, just kind of playing the recordings. We'd then strip the audio from that and send that to all the singers so they had something to work with. And then the singers would listen to that in their ear. And then they would just record their vocals. And then so they'd send their vocals back to me in a video. We'd try to line everything up as close as possible. And then make it into the video it was.
Of course, you can watch the replay on the St. Andrew's United Church. You gotta say, what's one of the funnest things about putting one of these things together?
I have to say it was really kind of working with not only new people who jumped on wanting to be a part of it that I not necessarily worked with before, but also performers that I hadn't worked with for years because they moved away. You know, there's a lady in BC, there's a couple in New York, Toronto that, you know, don't necessarily come to Chatham often, so you don't get to work with them as much, but it was a great way to kind of build it all together and really make it not only a community show, but almost like an international show.
Absolutely. And I think during these trying times and the 2 months we've had, social distancing has been kind of a mental breakdown for a lot of us. So, you know, I saw a lot of great comments about people saying, oh, I haven't seen so-and-so, or I haven't seen so-and-so. So you kind of did this great thing about bringing everyone together virtually and having a lot of fun. So no, it was a great concert. So again, check it out on St. Andrew's United Church replay. Hadn't missed it. And thanks, Devon, for all you're doing now as we see kind of phase 2 opening, places of worship are opening up at 30% capacity. What's the future plans for St. Andrew's United Church moving potentially into the fall season?
I know a lot of churches are in the same kind of boat. They're starting to investigate what it's going to look like. St. Andrews formed a committee that is kind of going to look at this. We have a very large building, so 30% capacity, you know, when a sanctuary holds 600 isn't that bad, but we want to do it carefully. We want to do it, you know, follow all the precautions. So we won't be in church on Sunday, won't be for a few weeks, at least maybe a month or so, because we want to do it right. We want to make sure everyone is safe who comes into the building. So when we do make an announcement, you'll be the first to know.
And you know what, as we kind of move forward, I know a lot of people will be excited to see these Saturdays at 7 concert with their own eyes, but you know, again, with social safety standards, it'll be just one big giant Chatham-Kent singing party to celebrate all the endeavors we had. Devon, thanks for joining me today. Is there anything else you would like to add as we close up?
No, I thank you for all you're doing. I think these are really great things to keep the community involved, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I was happy to put this together, and thank you for those who supported this. We actually, so far, I think, raised just over $2,000, and half of that we're giving to the Chatham-Kent Health Alliance Foundation for their COVID relief fund, so really happy that we can give back that way as well.
Perfect. Thanks for all you're doing out there, Devon.
Thank you.